Hey guys, it's Coach Chuck, Integrated Martial Athletics, and here I'm with Lee Smallwood, and we're going to be talking about best options in closed guard for the older jiu-jitsu athlete. So when we get older, as I know some of you young guys don't believe it's going to happen, guess what it is? The toughest opponent you're going to ever face is going to be Father Time. And now how to keep going as we age, because remember something, is you don't work for jiu-jitsu, jiu-jitsu works for you, and your game is going to change as you collect injuries or just collect those years. So today what we're going to look at is closed guard. Closed guard is still a very, very viable position for all ages of jiu-jitsu players, but we're going to tweak it and we're going to look at the use of the Brabo choke as a big key component on here, because that's going to have leverage over athleticism. You're going to be able to slow the pace down and keep things keep things as unathletic as possible, but still very, very tight. And it's also going to maximize one of the things that we keep as we age, which is going to be isometric grip strength. So at the end of the video, I know you guys are going to like this, so like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you at the end. Okay, so closed guard and looking at the Brabo or the tail chokes. So, as we're here, we're playing, we're using our leverage. I want to break Lee's posture down, and I want to get this out here. I want to be holding this here. Lee is already a really good athletic guy, and he's pretty wily, so I want to be able to slow everything down. So now once I make this feed here, I bring this across. Now even before I do this, I know that he's going to be starting to make posture on these things, so he starts to posture up, and he's looking for all the different ways out of this, moving his head out of the way, all this other stuff that, listen, I worked real hard to get here, so I don't want him to do. So once I make this change over here, I extend and I want to be holding here. So now this piece, I want you to think of this as an extra safety roll bar here, just like, on a roller coaster. So now Lee makes posture. So now at this piece, we have a really stable position. Now from here, this is where we're going to be looking to now make our grip on that Brabo here. So now from here, we have this position nice and tight. Again, he's going to be fighting for this. He's going to be making that posture. But now here, we can change our angle to now get to that very, very good position of our cross collar choke right here. So now that's all from this position. Now, once we have that grip, this also sets up all the other basics, old school stuff from the closed guard. So as we're hearing it, as we're playing here, he knows I'm going to go looking for this choke here. So he's going to start blocking this here. And that's going to give us the opportunity either to grab at the wrist or at the sleeve and punch this down and away from here. Now from here, if you look, his elbow is now tight to my body. So we have another orthopedic stop that's going to buy time. We're crushing space and we're buying time on this. So when we come over here and reach towards the armpit or even high on the neck, or I can hold on to my own gi for extra traction here, we have our choke on that piece. So now, even here as we're playing, as opposed to just doing everything from that cross collar grip here, we can still be looking at the other big submissions from this position. So now we can be playing here again. We'd be looking at our control, our collar and sleeve, and now as is always coming down. So now, as an older grappler, I can't really shoot up with, high closed guard or crooked guard or even top locks here, because this left hip doesn't work nearly as well as it did, even 2 years ago. And my back is definitely not what it was 2 years ago. And remember, you young guys, it'll happen to you too. So now as we have that ability to grow, we can be moving off this here and making our pinch and really starting to climb using this position here, as we have now that position to move off and now make to our arm locks that we still loved as younger guys. We still have it here with much less motion than we needed before. And it means if we can do arm locks, that also means we can do triangles. Now if we're looking at our triangle setups on this here, we're going to do this with a double old man kind of position here. So now as we open, we get a position and we're going to fold that knee over, foot in the hip, and now we slingshot as we pull with the Brabo here. This hand we control here, and now I want to actually walk away from Lee to straighten that body. Now I make my latch, bring my hips up and across, and now grab under the top knot to make that position. For all my younger guys, when you're working around injuries and you're working around, hey, just being in the game for a while, things will change. Look to maximize all the levers you can. Make it an asymmetric work rate. So the younger, stronger, athletic guy is going to have to work twice as hard as you. So look for those positions where you can maximize, particularly with the gi. Bring those tail chokes and set everything else up from there. Again, thank you guys. Like, share, and subscribe, and peace to the older grapplers out there.